Hey everyone, welcome to Dog Training 360 Puppy Training Series. We are going to be talking about desensitizing your puppy. There's a lot of concerns and questions out there of, I don't want my dog to be aggressive with kids. I just want them to get used to everything. And how do you desensitize and get your dog to trust that, you're not going to hurt them when somebody grabs a tail or an ear or a foot? How do you get your dog comfortable and used to grooming and just really being touched everywhere? And so this video is just about desensitizing and what that looks like and what that means. My best advice before we get into the technique that I'm going to show you is to be very honest and direct with your dog. Don't try and be manipulative. Don't try and kind of sort of touch or ease into it. Just be real honest with your puppy and touch them and grab them and be a part of them and allow them to feel and be direct. I'm going to touch your ear. I'm going to touch your tail. I'm going to touch your pads. I'm going to look in your mouth. I'm going to look at your eye. I'm going to get the goobers out of your eyes, and just be real direct and honest with them. When you can be super direct and honest with them, they know exactly what to expect from you, and it's not a guessing game, and you're not being weird about it, and your body language is just being real direct, and this is what I'm going to do. And I can tell you that most of the time the puppies are like, oh, okay, well, that wasn't hard. You just needed to clean my ear. But if we worry about overthink things about touching our dogs, it becomes a problem because they don't know why we're acting weird. They don't know why we're trying to be soft about something. So when we get into what's going to be called the restraint down, it is a technique of desensitizing and trust. It is not a dominance, not aggressive technique. It is a desensitizing and trust exercise. So let's get right into that. This video is a demonstration on desensitizing a puppy. And Sky here is a little Aussie Poodle cross. We found the cookies. It's really important to understand the concept of what I'm about to do. And I debated on whether I should do this or not, but it's something that I believe in. It's something that I do as a trainer. And if you just feel it and go with it, you'll understand it. I'm going to do a restraint down. This is part of our desensitizing process with puppies. And what this does, it's so amazing, all the things that happens with the restraint down and doing it as puppies. One, they learn the value of touch in a really nice way, and they learn to release really healthy endorphins. They also learn to trust you, that you will never put them in a situation that they will be harmed, and you shouldn't. And they also get all this puppy survival skill out of their systems that they don't need because they're in a domesticated life. And being in a domesticated life, they don't have to go out hunting. They don't have to use those fight or flight skills. And they don't have to use those in a way that you'll find that it decreases the biting, it decreases the pushiness, and all of a sudden you have a more snuggly little puppy and dog, and they'll never get into a biting mode. And I'm talking about aggression, defense type behaviors and mannerisms. So I'm not holding Sky down in a dominance way. I don't want to be more dominant. I don't want to be more aggressive. I'm only going to hold as much as she needs me to hold to help her there. So I'm just going to lay her down on her side. And when I lay her down on her side, I'm just going to hold her close to my body, and I'm going to just roll her over onto her side. And this is when they kind of start their fight mode. This bottom elbow is what gets them up. And I'm not being mean about it, and I'm not being aggressive about it. I like to tuck my pinky right here in their collar. I'm holding on to this bottom front shoulder up close, up tight. And I really just start massaging. And this licking that she just did is actually really good. Great. We're looking for these fine motor skills that she's going to use to release herself. And again, I'm only holding as tight as I need to hold. And a dog will release stress from their tail to their nose. And so we'll watch this process happen. Again, the bottom shoulder is what gets up, and she just tried to bite me, and this technique gets this out of her, where she doesn't have to bite to get out of something. Right now, if she was cornered and scared, she would most likely start biting. But by doing this technique, it takes that away, and they have this trust in this trust of human beings, that human beings are not here, even when you have to corner and grab them. Puppies, sometimes you have to do, or they run under the bed and hide. And then they use their mouth a whole lot. So this little licking that she's doing, and again, I'm not scrubbing or patting. I'm just really a deep massage. And I tell everybody that, boy, I sure wish that somebody would pin me down every day and give me a deep massage and get me to relax for the day. So you can see back here, her legs up tense. She's not released back here at all. She's trying to de-stress. You're going to see her start shaking, which is a common thing for little dogs, actually. Some big dogs, bigger breeds will do it. But the shaking is holding in the stress. And she's holding so much stress in, but it doesn't have any place to go. And so I'm just going to massage and touch and relax and help her understand that it's just nothing, that she has to stay in this defensive place. She's sensitive to have her tail touched. That's good to know, right? That's good to know if a child came up and grabbed a hold of her tail, that, that's stressful for her. So I'm just going to continue. And when you start this process, she's never had this done before. This is the first time, and I intentionally did that so you guys can see, one, our training is very real and hands-on, and we're not training a dog and then videoing the dog so that you guys see a perfectly trained dog. In all of our training courses over on dogtraining360.com, in our course subscriptions, and in our a la carte courses, these dogs are all learning as you guys are learning, so you can see the progression of dogs, different breeds, different things going on. And so you can kind of get a feel, but also in our Facebook community, when you join the subscriptions, that you get to ask all these fun questions and, hey, I tried this and it's not working. What can I do different? And I've got a lot of things in my toolbox that I can help you with. So I really would encourage you to hop on over there and join, because it's such a great resource for you with training. You can cancel anytime. The first 7 days is free, so you can kind of get a feel for us and see kind of how things are going. Again, she's just holding in a lot of stress, and she's holding in just a lot. So I'm just helping her by relaxing and what's called desensitizing her. I can touch her toes and relax, and she's licking, and that's good, and she's trying to let go of all this stress that's happening, and that's really good. And we'll just stretch her out and let her kind of stretch and feel that release. And again, I'm only holding, like if I had to hold her really tight, you would see me just like, holding down really tight. I'm only holding her and supporting her as much as she needs it, not trying to be aggressive, not trying to be dominant, not trying to be assertive. I'm just helping her trust me and know that she's going to be safe and it's okay. Yeah, you're going to be safe and you're just fine. I'm not trying to control. I'm letting her kind of get a feel and get comfortable. The couple of things going on is this is not her home. She's in a new place. She's here for training. And so this is all new to her. She's been here 3 days. The first time, the first session, they never really release all the way. She wants to bite the leash. I don't give a lot of energy to that. I just take it as information. Again, we're training through the eyes of our dog. We're not training in an aggressive, assertive way. This is just training through the eyes of our dog. I'm just desensitizing her. I'm holding on to this bottom shoulder. That was a big, good, deep breath. You saw the back leg just relax. And that, she likes her ears rubbed, and that feels really good to her. And she's not completely relaxed, but she's starting to just trust, right? She's starting to trust. And that's all I really want her to do. And that ear is a really good relaxing thing for her. Again, it's information. It's stuff that I learn about her is when she just needs a little support, she just needs a little ear rub. And those are things that you can learn about your dog in this position. It's really very therapeutic for them. I'm going to let her up because being the first time, I'm going to actually take you through this whole process. So we will do another, you'll see this, there may be 5 parts to it. I don't know how long it'll take her to completely relax, but I want you to go through this process with me. So there will be several videos in this desensitizing series, and not necessarily posted all on the same day. So if you want to make sure you don't miss this stuff, please subscribe to this channel and go through this journey with me of desensitizing a puppy, but you can also do this with an adult dog. It's so amazing to watch the transformation and what happens as they go through this process. So my goal is to be able to take my hands off of her and put them back on and take them off and have her stay there. And then I pick her up out of it. And one thing that I'm going to watch for is for her to shake off completely. There you go. And when they shake off, they just let go of all that stress and all that stuff that they were holding on to and just let it all go. And that's the amazing thing about a dog is they just get to let it all go. And we hold on to things constantly. So this is part 1, of desensitizing your puppy and building trust and confidence in your puppy as well. So they never hate you when you're done. They like to she's still very soft and squishy and rolling around and being fun and being happy and being a part of me. So it's not traumatizing to them. It's helping them learn the skills that they were born with to de-stress and not lash out and bite and get defensive. So I tell everybody, if you'll do this, you're decreasing the chances of your dog ever biting by 99%. So why would you not do it? So desensitizing, learn the Dog Training 360 way, subscribe to the channel, and also follow us over on Instagram at Dog Training 360 Online. And also, I would love to have a discussion. I'd love to have comments down below. Please ask questions. And I would love to have you in our community. Let's have some fun together and train together.